Time for my top 25 reaction video. Let's go. What's happening, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day, so whether you want to agree with me, talk trash with me, or talk trash to me, you're going to enjoy this channel. Every Sunday when the AP Top 25 gives out its new list, I'm right here to give you my reaction. And as usual, let's run through last week's Top 25 real quick. 1 Alabama, 2 Notre Dame, 3 Ohio State, 4 Clemson, 5 Texas A&M, 6 Florida, 7 Cincinnati, 8 BYU, 9 Indiana, 10 Wisconsin, 11 Oregon, 12 Miami, 13 Georgia, 14 Oklahoma State, 15 Marshall, and 15 Coastal Carolina, 17 Iowa State, 18 Oklahoma, 19 Northwestern, 20 USC, 21 Liberty, 22 Texas, 23 Auburn, 24 Louisiana, and 25 Tulsa. There really wasn't much change at the top. 1 through 8 stay the same. Really the only thing that changed was Alabama got all 62 first place votes. That is rare. They whooped Kentucky 63-3, and some other teams struggled. So they are the undisputed #1 team in the nation. And then, of course, 2 Notre Dame, 3 Ohio State, 4 Clemson, 5 Texas A&M, 6 Florida, 7 Cincinnati, and 8 BYU. Those 8 stay the same. Now, the interesting thing for me is, number 1, Ohio State had a commanding 35-7 lead over number 9 Indiana, squandered it, and Indiana had a chance to tie it and send it into overtime. It didn't happen. Ohio State hangs on and wins 42-35, but their defense looks suspect, and Justin Fields threw 3 interceptions. His first interceptions of the year, but he's showing some cracks in his armors, and he fell a few spots in the Heisman vote. Cincinnati at UCF. Cincinnati does get the win, 36-33. But they stay at number 7. How is the playoff committee going to react to Cincinnati? We all know they're not going to be in the top 4 right off the bat. But are they going to be around 7? Or is the playoff committee not going to respect Cincinnati and keep them more towards the 10 spot? I can't wait to see that on Tuesday. BYU obliterated North Alabama 66-14. They look impressive as well. Florida looked okay against a bad Vanderbilt team, 38-17. Kyle Trask, he still looks like a Heisman contender. It's just Florida's going to have to play better than that if they hope to get to the playoffs. A lot of teams didn't get to play. This was a lot of postponements and cancellations. Notre Dame, they were idle. Clemson, their game got postponed. Texas A&M, their game got postponed. After the top 8, that's where a lot of changes happened. Only one spot stayed the same, and that was number 13, Georgia. After number 8, BYU, we have number 9, Oregon. They jump up 2 spots. They're 3-0. They survived UCLA 38-35. Miami didn't play this week. They jump up 2 spots to number 10. They're at 7-1. Northwestern, the biggest movers of the week. They upset number 10, Wisconsin, 17-7. Not a lot of offense, but very good defense. They jump up to number 11 at 5-0. Indiana only fell 3 spots to number 12. They're 4-1, and that loss to Ohio State doesn't look bad at all, but that knocks them out of the playoffs, barring massive chaos. Number 13, Georgia. They survive a scare against Mississippi State. Kirby Smart decides to start JT Daniels, and JT Daniels looked really good. Georgia might have themselves a quarterback. Number 14, Oklahoma. They jump up 4 spots after throttling Oklahoma State 41-13. Iowa State, they jump up 2 spots after just spanking the snot out of Kansas State 45-0. People need to be talking about Breece Hall, the running back for Iowa State. He is a legitimate Heisman contender. Number 16, Coastal Carolina. Technically, they fell down a spot because they were tied for 15th, but really it's about the same. They're sitting there at 8-0. They beat Appalachian State 34-23, so another good win for Coastal Carolina. Marshall's game got postponed, and they fell 2 spots to number 17. Number 18, that's where Wisconsin lands. They fall 8 spots after losing to Northwestern 17-7. Their playoff hopes are gone. They would need Northwestern to lose 2 games, and if that were to happen, Wisconsin would have to beat Ohio State to get into the playoffs. They're not getting in. USC jumps up 1 spot to number 19 after beating Utah 33-17. Texas jumps up 2 spots to number 20. Their game was postponed. Oklahoma State, They fell 7 spots after getting whooped by Oklahoma 41-13. They're down at 21 with a 5-2 record. Auburn jumps up 1 spot to number 22 after beating Tennessee 30-17. Jumping up 1 spot is Louisiana Lafayette. Their game got postponed, but because of the Liberty loss, they got to gain a spot. Tulsa survived Tulane 30-24 in double overtime, so they jump up 1 spot to number 24. And then North Carolina, non-ranked, they jump up to number 25, sitting there at 6-2. The one team that fell out was number 21 Liberty, losing in a heartbreaking game to NC State. So their chances of an undefeated season are done. One more thing. Number 14 Oklahoma, number 15 Iowa State, number 20 Texas, and number 21 Oklahoma State all have 2 losses. Oklahoma 6-2, Iowa State 6-2, Texas 5-2, and Oklahoma State 5-2. So a lot of tiebreakers are going to come into effect when it comes to the Big 12 championship game. I still have Oklahoma versus Iowa State, but there's still a couple of games to go, and we'll see how it turns out. So even though the Big 12's out of the playoffs, there's still drama for the Big 12 championship. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.